A very random video coming up about how to have fun in Rise of Kingdoms. Now, this is one of those topics that is not in demand, but then the YouTuber in me kind of wanted to express myself and thought that this will be interesting to make rather than thinking whether it'll be interesting to watch. Obviously, the second topic is more important, so if you drop out of this video at this stage, I won't be offended. If you do decide to watch through the video, whether you're a big whale or a low spender or a free-to-play player, you kind of may be able to see the point that I'm trying to make in this video, and I can assure you that I can relate to all three types, because in this video I'm going to use all three of my accounts to kind of express how I feel about the game and how and what aspect do I enjoy for the three types of accounts in question. First up, I'm going to go through my low spender account, because this is the account that featured the most in my videos, and because we just won a KvK, an All Imperium KvK, including many famous YouTubers from different kingdoms. But then again, the little LADUS gaming, with being part of the big kingdom of 1365, can kind of take a selfie with the ziggurat. Now, if you want to talk about having fun, I spend only on crystal tech and the gem supply. That's a lot of fun for that amount of spending. If you keep spending thousands and thousands of dollars in the game all the time, do you not have an expectation to win the KvK all the time? And if you don't, is that not disappointing? So from that point of view, I think my low spending account over here had a lot of fun. Now, in terms of the things that you get out of, sometimes it's the rewards that give people fun, not the fact that they're winning. Sometimes it's the fact that they're playing with people, like-minded people they enjoy playing with. Sometimes it's actually the rewards. Now, in terms of the people, I obviously enjoyed playing with the people in 1365. I want to keep playing here forever as long as they let me. Now, the second thing is rewards. Now, when it comes to rewards, I don't think I missed any in the camp, but under coalition I did miss quite a few, and that's to do with having a low amount of kills. So I only managed 6 point something million kills. That is embarrassing, even for a low spender. As a low spender, you should be able to get at least 20 million kills. As a free-to-play, maybe 15, maybe 10 if you're a bit casual. But in my defense, this is my old account. I don't have any farms for this. I just log in, and sometimes when there's fighting, I join in. It's not that I have high power, so I'm not impacting the KD in matchmaking. This is for me to make videos and kind of have fun with playing with the bigger players, and kind of be able to say from time to time, yes, I won KvKs. Now, for not getting those kills though, I did miss out on quite a few rewards, and that does bother me a little bit. I wish I played a bit more actively on this account, and then I got a bit more rewards. I was running extremely low with speed ups and resources, so that would have been a bit of a challenge, but I wish I did more. Maybe opening a farm here would help me with the situation a bit more as well. Yes, by the way, I didn't have any farms here. Now, aside from missing out on some of the rewards, even though I did get most of the rewards, the issue for someone who is not getting enough kills is how they're being seen by their kingdom. Like, as in, if you're a low spender, is your KD not gonna love you? The answer to that is, as long as you're putting your troops on the line, filling flags and filling garrisons to your best ability, you're kind of gonna be all right. And especially if you're in a big kingdom and if you're under 65 million power, no one's gonna bother you. Now, in my case, 3.4 million deads, that's not the biggest number ever, but then for a low spender account, that's kind of acceptable even within a massive fighting KD like 1365. So they still allowed me to be in BLN. Just confirming, there's nothing called a YouTuber benefit in 1365. It's all about war. They kind of like me as a person. The fact that I'm a YouTuber kind of bothers them sometimes, because they don't want their markers to be shown. You guys saw me making videos about fighting in 1365. Did I not sound happy when I was doing those videos? And looking at what I got and based on everything that I'm saying, does it not kind of feel like being a low spender is kind of fun? So I have to say, this is the account where I must have had the most fun ever when fighting in a KvK or playing Rise of Kingdoms in general. Now, the best thing with this account is I don't need to know about the event called MGE or any ranked event because I don't need to push for anything. I can play somewhat casually, still participate in fights. I can still finish most of the events. So what's wrong with being a low spender, and why do I need to be a big spender? Well, if you want to rally and garrison in a KvK, then you kind of have to be a big spender, and that's where the second account kind of comes in. So when I started playing Rise of Kingdoms, this is the account where I started, and then I kind of had a feeling that yes, I want to lead some rallies one day. I need to upgrade my castle. Oh my god, I'm stuck upgrading my castle, so I need to spend, and that's where it started. And all of a sudden in this KvK I got 6 marches. Now with the 6 marches we did have a lot of fun. We destroyed our enemies. However, the KvK is still not over because our allies got destroyed. Anyways, this video is not about KvK, though this video is more about whether I'm having fun with each of my accounts. So in the big spender account, within 24 hours of pass opening, we did a lot of fighting, and the fighting component was fun, as in when I'm taking my marches out, I did get the feeling of melting some of the opposition marches, and that's the feeling that you want to have after you spend on every single bundle that came out since pass opening. But one of the things that I'm facing today is I can't go out and fight today. The reason why, even though there's some fighting going on the screen, as you can see, there are still enemy forts. The reason why I can't fight today is because today is KE. This is a free-for-all MGE with free KE, but I'm still not fighting because I have every single archer commander maxed. Every single archer commander that comes out of MGE maxed. Now, it'll be quite redundant if I go in and take a place by fighting today. The second thing we wanted to talk about is the achievements after within 24 hours, I would say, of pass for opening. We did manage to get 15 million kills, which is almost 3 times what I got on my low spender account. Now if I was playing that account actively rather than 6, I probably could have gotten 15 maybe. So what I got on the high spender account on one day is what I would expect to get on the low spending account in the whole KvK, 50 days of KvK. Now, is that a good thing? I don't know. I'm not talking about whether this is a good game or not. I'm talking about whether I'm having fun or not. So as far as this account over here goes, I can't really say whether I had as much fun as I had in the other account. I mean, yes, I got more kills. Maybe if I win the KvK, I'll have more fun. But even if we win, it's not like we lost the other one. So what extra fun did I get by spending thousands in this account compared to the less than $50 in the other one? Well, I did get to rally quite a bit, and I have quite a few rally reports, but I could have just joined other people doing those rallies. I mean, it's a personal thing. So being a rally leader or being a garrison leader, if it means that much to you, then yes, you need to spend. But unless that means a lot to you, which I think it shouldn't, because it's a team game, it's not a 1 versus 1 individual game. I mean, Acro, one of the main guys in 1365, how much ever he feels like he won the KvK, I mean, I got the same satisfaction. Maybe he contributed more, but then as far as satisfaction goes, spending like 100th of his spending, I still kind of got the same fun, right? Whereas on this account, by spending a lot, I have created a pressure on me of consistently being online, even when I don't want to and I'm not enjoying, because my power dictates I have to contribute. Now that's not really a fun situation to be. Secondly, let's consider for a moment, what if we lost this initial pass fight yesterday? If we did lose it, I mean, we easily could. It's a coin toss, right? 50-50 chance of winning or losing. And if I did, and after spending all that much, would you not feel more disappointed compared to someone who spent only, say, $20 or whatever? So that's where you're putting more expectation on yourself, you're putting more expectation on the outcome when you're spending a lot. So when you're a low spender in the game, I think you should just enjoy by default, because you know that you don't have to stress out as much. Now the next topic is the end game. So in Rise of Kingdoms, to be honest, there's nothing called an end game. I mean, maybe Baba is there, but none of us, rest of us normal human beings are there, because you can always be crafting, and we haven't seen it yet, but there's apparently a new type of crafting coming out. So eventually everyone will always keep feeling they're not there yet, and that's how the game is designed, so that you never feel fulfilled. It's not like, yes, I made it, I don't have to spend anymore. There's nothing like that. And it's not just crystal tech, it's everything within your account. So I think I'm trying to say that being a high spender in the game is not necessarily extremely enjoyable. I think in general there's a lot more pressure than you would like to handle. Now, if you can kind of turn off those stress buttons, then being a high spender is obviously fun, because you can melt down everything around you. And there's a big difference between the fighting effectiveness between a high spender or a medium low spender. Now lastly, we're going to switch into our free to play brand new account in 2581. I shouldn't really say brand new, because in 7 days we go into KvK. Now I haven't featured this account much in our videos, but we will start doing that 7 days later when KvK starts. So this is a completely free to play account where I am in one of the better alliances within the kingdom, and this is the jumper project that I mentioned in few of my other videos. So we started in a new kingdom altogether, mostly experienced players. However, I chose to play as a free to play to make sure I can say I represent all three types of spenders in the games, or all three types of players in a way in the game. Now, being completely free to play is kind of frustrating, I have to say, because there are lots and lots of commanders in game, and you can't kind of play with the variety. Now, I think I'll also mention that I'm not very active on this account. I mean, I do finish my AP and do my farming and stuff like that, but then at the same time I do miss out on events from time to time, because YouTube and 2 other T5 accounts does take up a lot of time. So even as a free to play, you can have fun. I think as a free to play, you have to adjust your mindset a little bit as well. So every time a commander comes out, you can't be thinking about that commander and wanting to play with that commander. And there are many free to play players who grind and grind and grind, and maybe get up to 50% effectiveness of a warrior who actually spends as well. But then again, that's a lot of grinding. So if you have the time, obviously you can grind, but if you don't have the time, you can still play casually and still have some level of fun, as long as you do not have an expectation to dominate in the field. Now, based on the random things that I mentioned over the last 10 minutes or so, I can't really ask for a like or a subscribe. All I can say is, if you're a subscriber already, please do not unsubscribe based on one video, and I'll continue making more action-packed videos in the future. I just had to get this one out of the way.